How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is RuffledRowlit, and welcome back to a brand new video. Ladies and gents, we've got some great news. I already talked about this a bit yesterday, but here is going to be a bit of a guide slash video to talk about, specifically the Blaziken raid. So yes, there's going to be two raids coming up for us literally in about 3 days of me recording this video. So it's on the 12th. We're going to have two raids, okay? Two separate raids for Blaziken, right? It's going to be a Tera raid for a flying type or flying Tera type Blaziken. And we're going to be talking about this a little bit because basically there's two of these. And Cerebi reported already they're going to be running from the 12th until the 14th. And then the second one's going to be the 19th until the 21st. Again, you can go over to PokeOS. Shout out to PokeOS for being literally the best looking Pokemon website out there. Like straight up. Not even a question about it. But basically they said here it's going to be the unrivaled Blaziken. Same time frame. It's going to be 7 stars. It's going to be difficult. Level 100. Fire fighting type, of course, with speed boost. Which, if you do not know, its speed stat is boosted every single turn, so it's going to be pretty strong. Now, to beat this fella, well, there are a few different ways. I think the best thing to follow is, of course, you guys can find guides from other people on YouTube. You got, like, Osiris, for example, VGC, who makes great guides. But if you don't have time to watch those, if you want to quickly, or if you don't have access to the Pokemon they mention in those videos, there is one of the guide sites here called Game 8, which was sent to me by Zardking, so shout out to Zardking for sharing this. But basically, if you want to take him down, is solo, then there is one way to do it which is going to work really well for you. One of those is to use Miraidon, right? So you can basically build this Miraidon out yourself. Now, if you don't want to build it yourself, if you don't have access to Miraidon, like for example, if you're playing Pokemon Scarlet and you don't have Miraidon available to you, if you don't catch it or if you don't have it, or if you can't get your hands on some of the items, there is a way to get your hands on these, on this Pokemon with all the things you want on it, if you go over to our Discord. So our Discord is going to be linked down below. We now have a trade bot in there. It's all free. I'm not going to charge you. I think it's messed up to charge for Pokemon. But we do have a trade bot that will trade you legitimate Pokemon. They are going to be genned, yes, but they are going to be Pokemon that you can use to then beat this thing. So you can gen yourself a Pokemon if you want to. If that's what you want to do, again, you don't have to. But of course, if you want to get your hands on this specific Miraidon, you're going to have somebody trade one to you, which is a possibility. We might even have someone on Discord who can give you theirs just to borrow. If you want to do it solo, that's one way to go about it, right? You can just do that. But basically what you need is the Miraidon with, of course, the ability Hadron Engine, which is just standard on it, and the item Metronome. And then basically what they're kind of recommending here for soloing it in terms of moveset is the Parabolic Charge, Reflect, Metal Sound, and Electric Terrain. And then basically natural resistance to fire and flying type moves combined with Reflect lets it tank hits better, heal yourself with Parabolic Charge, and boost damage with Metal Sound, Electric Terrain, and Metronome, right? So I guess it says Metronome here, but I guess it's with the because of the item here in this case. But yeah. So basically, this is a good way to run it. If you don't have access again to Miraidon, there is also Belly Bolt, which you can run. In this case, you'll be going for pretty much the same setup almost, minus a few moves. Like you'd need Chilling Water and Acid Spray. So boost damage after getting hit thanks to Electromorphosis. So that's the ability on it, which is really great. Every time you get hit, your stats will be boosted. And then you can heal yourself with Parabolic Charge, which again is in there. And then boost damage with Electric Terrain and Acid Spray, or lower Blaziken's damage with Chilling Water. So all of those will be great. So basically, it's just a combination of those. Since you do have Electromorphosis on it, it will make sure that your stats will, or rather your defense will be higher, and you'll be a harder target to take down, which is great. Again, if you want to do the damage calcs, you can do it on game8.co if you want to. If you also want to do it with an Iron Hands, that's a possibility as well. In this case, though, you're going to have to go for the Swords Dance Belly Drum. So Belly Drum could be used, but Swords Dance is a safer option due to Blaziken's damage. So again, this is if you want to solo it. So buff your own damage with Electric Terrain and Swords Dance. And then Supercell Slam is a new physical electric attack move that is risky but can deal a lot of damage. So I don't know where you get that one. I'm assuming over in the Indigo disc. I'm guessing that's where you would have to go for that one. But for the most part, those are some of the best ones you can run. If you also want to go for Sandy Shocks, you've got that as an option with the Charge Beam, Reflect, Metal Sound, and Discharge. Again, natural resistance to flying type moves combined with Reflect lets it tank hits better, so set up Reflect in the beginning and then go for the rest. Metal Sound, of course, just lowering its, just literally just lowering its stats. So yeah, and Shell Bell on there too. So overall, you got a lot of different options. You can even go for Rotom if you wanted to as well, specifically Wash Rotom. Again, you can pause the video or you can go to the website directly. You don't have to listen to me. And you also got Dashpun as an option. So there's a lot of options here. Again, you can pause and look through all of them. There are, of course, a lot of definitively better options that people have found. Like, people have figured out there's actually way better options you can go for. But I just thought I would bring this up and mention it here in this video. So yeah, that's just a a little bit of a quick one for you guys there. I just want to mention that this event is happening. Speaking of which, I tend to do this as well. I like to go over to the actual website here and go over to like what are current events that you can get your hands on. Of course, there's a bunch of mystery gifts that you may have missed that you probably should do. Here's all the valid ones. You can just click the valid button and you can scroll through here and look at all of these. I'm just going to scroll through. You can pause the video at any given time. If you haven't gotten any of these, please do go get them right now, because they're going to be gone eventually. And since we're coming to the end of Scarlet and Violet's like lifespan, like we're not going to be getting any more, I'm guessing, updates, maybe a patch here or there, but we're not going to be getting any more DLC most likely. So because that's the case, the most logical thing right now is get all these events thingies right now before they start, you know, to stop doing events. Because eventually they will stop doing events, just the same way they stopped doing events in Sword and Shield, right? Sword and Shield doesn't really get any more events or updates or really anything, you know, since we came out with the newest generation. And same thing's going to happen eventually, you know, next year, probably not 2024, but in 2025. So just a bit of a heads up in case you guys wanted to know about that. Also, quickly, I want to mention that there's this guy who discovered something really cool. So SB Coop says that apparently Cubex may have found the easiest way to shiny hunt Minior. And not just Minior, but you could be the case for any Pokemon you can isolate a hunt for. So he has a picture right here. And basically what it says is the following. 1, go to a spot like in the picture here. So you got a picture here, like you can see there's 15 Pokemon on the screen that can all be like visibly seen. Make a sparkling and encounter power level 3 sandwich. So that's just the standard one you would make for shiny hunting. Just make one of those. Then 3, open and close your picnic and wait 5 to 10 seconds. Don't move. So pretty much straightforward, not really that crazy to do. And now count all the Miniors in this area. If there's just 15, it's guaranteed no shiny. Then repeat step 2. Are there 16? It's a 100% chance there's a shiny among them. If there's 16, it's important to save your game because they can despawn while you try to auto battle. This method should work with the other colors of Minior, but I haven't found any good spots yet. Technically, this should also work with other Pokemon, but I haven't tried it. So this is crazy, right? Basically, you can use this method to get your hands on almost a 100% Pokemon, like a shiny, like guaranteed that one of them is going to be that. But of course, it's going to take a while because it's just a waiting game. You know what I mean? It's just waiting and, you know, hoping it's going to happen fast. But he says it here. To clarify some typos that a person made in this post, you repeat step 3, not step 2. So basically, open and close your picnic and wait 5 to 10 seconds. So that's the one you got to repeat, right? More or less. And don't move means don't move your character. You can still move your camera, but you need to wait until hopefully 15 or 16 spawns appear. Some of the spawns might be in a rock or a mountain, so may not be seen. You may not see 15. That's true as well. They could spawn inside of a wall or something. Additional info, it doesn't have to be 16 of the same Pokemon. It just has to be a total 16 Pokemon. However, these are all the same typing, so unsure if that is a factor or not. So yeah, again, you can see right here, for example, there's a shiny there in the corner. So again, it doesn't have to necessarily be, like you said, additional info. It doesn't have to be 16 of the same Pokemon. It just has to be 16 total Pokemon in general, because there will not be any more than 15 Pokemon generally spawning, and then the 16th Pokemon will be a shiny if there is a 16th one that spawns, because a max count of 16 happens. I don't think more than that can actually happen. So again, he just gives a clarification here. For those that still do not understand, this is just how shiny Pokemon work in Scarlet and Violet ever since it was released. If there are 16 spawns, one of them is a shiny. It doesn't matter if it's an Outbreak, level 3 Encounter Sandwich, Isolated Hunt, or anything else. Shiny spawns are a separate spawn pool from non-shiny Pokemon. So yes, basically, they will spawn separately. Again, somebody asked here, how does this work in co-op? I don't actually know, because that is a decreased amount, so there is no guarantees for knowing exactly how this works. Here you can see actually he did it. SB Coop actually did it. It's going to mute this, but he actually did this on stream. He did the method. So literally, make the sandwich, find a location, set up the picnic, and remove it, and then stand still for like 15 seconds until things spawn in. You can see right here, he's just looking around. You can see there's like Pokemon spawning in. So you just got to count them. He's got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. There it is. There's a 16th one up there. So I think I counted 16 there, which means one of these is shiny, I'm guessing. So I guess he's going to have to go and kill them all until he figures out which one is the shiny one. And then, of course, he can save the game to make sure he doesn't lose the shiny. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. And there it is. There it is. He's got himself the shiny Ditto, which is right up there. So there you go. Pretty straightforward. Not that really difficult. But I want to just cover these two topics in this video. I'll be making a video on Ruffled Leaks as well over on my other channel, where I'll be covering this information and some other information too. So yeah, just wanted to bring that up really quick. But yeah, thank you all for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then drop a like down below. And of course, if you want to support the channel, you can become a channel member. It really does help out. I'm going to be putting the channel members on the side here. Like, I'm going to have a picture scrolling through all their names. Shout out to all the people who've been members for a long time now. If you want to become a member, it'd be really appreciated. But that's pretty much it. Join our Discord if you want to get yourself some, Pokemon. If you want to do, BBQ, quests in Indigo Disc, that's available there too. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.